But in practice, it's become less necessary.
The National Guard, John Hudson said, they don't want to let no one know that they bringing the chief priest of Hebrews 12 into Pittsburgh Federal Court, because they'll need the National Guard, they'll need all the horses and all the bulls, because Sudan will come over and shoot these little white boys in their face. John Hussein said, these bitches gonna be shaking you. Their mothers are sluts and whores. Their mothers are sluts and whores. Nothing they can do but force a voluntary movements on you because they're caught. Judge Brooks Smith was a part of the setup under Psalms 110:7, and the Holy Writ, Raymond Scales said, no one can stop the Holy Writ from setting up the government. These are white fools, work for NSA, Nassau, and scientists. Come in to the public news. Come on TV, Raymond Scales says, so I can shoot you right in your fucking face, white boy. Let the people know how you want to force voluntary movements on Raymond Scales. Let the people know how Raymond Scales put a heist on Steubenville 1980 to 1990. Bring the DEA agents in, John Guzman, Alexander Sherrod, and let them tell you how they will shoot you in your face if you try to force voluntary movements on them. Judge Brooks Smith is a witness, and Judge Brooks Smith knows that the scam was going on with both of the attorneys and insufficient counsel. He met Amy Raw at the William Penn in Pittsburgh, PA, and says, I did not even know they were still doing this case. Call my office and we'll settle it. John Hudson says, when you meet Judge Brooks Smith, you'll see that our plan to set up the government is very clear. The Assistant Attorney Ellie McClain said no white boy in the U.S. government can stop Assistant Attorney Ellie McClain or the black lawyers or the black federal judges for knowing what the white boys are doing in the NSA, Science, or Nassau. And Congress and the House of Representatives will know, just like they did the testing on radiation on the people in North America, and President Bill Clinton had to reveal them. John Hudson said this scheme will be revealed, forcing voluntary movements on your head and your neck. When the foot doctor, she'll be a witness. You'll have 3 hospitals that are not going to know what's going on with the science scheme, because the scientists can force a voluntary movement striking your nervous system. You'll have the mayor of Steubenville, Ohio, the mayor of Midland, Pennsylvania. He will die, Martin Schulte. Martin Schulte said, these white boys are shaking you, Amy Raw, but you can't worry about them. They got rid of B. She was a county commissioner because she wouldn't take any kickbacks from their power plant that they're going to come in. They're going to have the Cracker Barrel plant. It's just like they built a power plant in Shippingport in the 1900s, and they were finished by 1950, and they opened it up, the first power plant in North America. And John Hudson said, well, Judge Brooks Smith is going to say, I did not judge this case in the sentencing hearing. Under Rule 32, they're going to revoke. But John Hudson said, these white boys are not going to stop shaking your head. Why they need a dick in their ass? They're not going to stop shaking your head. They're busted. All they can do is force military movements on you. Once the Sudan military soldiers know what they're doing, they'll shoot them right in their face. They'll go right to that Pentagon and fuck them in their ass like they're a piece of shit. On national TV, bring your ass out and come out on the football field, and the Sudan military soldiers will beat your ass like you're a little dog. John Hudson said, Assistant Attorney McClain, these white bitches are punks. Their mothers are fucking sluts and whores. I said, Mr. Hudson, how do you know all that? Son, I'm telling you what they're going to be doing. When you get inflammation in your legs and you feel your neck snapping, you're going to know that's these white boys in NSA and Nassau. You can't move with stillness as an outside object, and that's the rule of gravity. That's why we're not going to bring Raymond Scales in this case of Jeffrey Baldwin. That's why we set him up. We're using Jeffrey Baldwin. Once he started taking a stand, John Guzman was going to say, no fucking way, no fucking way, no fucking way. I started laughing. I said, say, how you know he going to do that? He told me right before we come in, he said, them fucking niggas, they want to try to scheme on Raymond Scales. They think they're going to be shaking Raymond Scales' head. Fuckers from Nassau, NSA, and the scientists, I'll shit in their fucking mouth. They know DA John Guzman. They want to make the DA look bad. Them fucking white are no fucking good. They want to regulate marijuana and give these kids dope, so they want to stop you so you cannot bring these kids into the church because these whiteys want drugs, just like the Whiskey Rebellion. They must have dope, and they want an oligarchy. No white person in the country club listening to these white, stupid-ass bitches in NSA and National Science. And the little white boy, John said, the little white boy gonna be shaking, he gonna play tough. And Fred Douglas Brown said, if I see that bitch, I'll crack his jaw and he'll run like a bitch. He said, well, you let the Sudan military, Jones said, if these little white boys, the one that's shaking you, come from the Sudan military, he'll start sucking their dicks and letting them put their dicks in his wife's mouth because he's scary. But he can shake you for some military moves as long as he got that device and play on his little computers. But you know the Sudan military soldiers will fuck his wife right in front of him, fuck his daughter, and all he's going to do is cry like a bitch because he's a bitch. And Judge Brooks Smith is not going to go for those 3 bogus motions. I said, I know that, Mr. Hussein. They can be trying to put words in my mouth, talking in between my sentences. My dad told me about it in 1970.